The Ozone.
Welcome to the Ozone Podcast with Jaguars Senior Writer John Oehser. All right, welcome to this week's Ozone Podcast, and I think people who see the guest today are going to get excited because he's very good in this circumstance and a funny guy. He's under some pressure to be funny today. Jaguars defensive tackle, DaVon Hamilton. DaVon, thanks for doing this.
No problem.
And, it strikes me, we were talking right before we went on the air, 6th year, and I always ask guys, once they get to sort of your stage in your career, always feel short looking back on it. 6 years crazy, though, right?
Yeah, it is crazy. Like I said, I've seen a lot, been through a lot. Just blessed to be here.
You've been through COVID?
Yeah.
Urban?
Yeah.
Peterson era? And now this. I mean, it's that is a lot. So I assume you feel like you know how the NFL works by now, right?
Yeah, I think I have a pretty clear understanding of what's going on.
But it's got to be and we joke because it's been a long road for a lot of you guys who have been around. What is it like for you being a part of how it feels right now?
It's pretty cool, I mean, anytime your team is winning and you feel like your team is gelling a lot more, I feel like it's very cool because obviously I know what it's like to not be gelling or not be winning.
Right.
So it's very cool, especially with new people around and kind of dealing with that change at the beginning of the year and whatnot. But, yeah, it's been pretty cool.
I'm going to ask you about the team overall in a second, but it struck me as I was sort of preparing for this, Josh, Trayvon, Smoot being back. Mm-hmm. You guys have something special there as a group, don't you?
For sure. I mean, we've known each other for a while. We work out during the off season together. We try to hang out as much as possible too. So it's like, you just really just go and work with your brothers and trying to figure out what they like to do, what we like to do. How do we want to win this game, or you really rely on one another more so than anything.
And it's I assume a special chemistry. Josh, who again, he came in I guess a year before you did. Feel like this is sort of your group now, I guess. I mean, I'm sure what I'm getting at with that, but I guess the ownership you guys must take in what's going on. Am I getting that right? For
sure. I mean, I think I would love to think at least majority of NFL teams start with their offense and defensive line. They just have to, and we take extreme ownership over that as a group between all of us, and I think that's really what we plan on doing because we know we can take over games. We know we can win games for us as a team. So that's how we feel.
We were just talking to Travis Etienne in the locker room, and he mentioned something sort of out of the blue. Somebody asked him about this season, if it's his best season, and he really veered off quickly into being his favorite season just because of how well this team gets along and the chemistry, camaraderie, whatever. You feel that talking to a lot of guys. Why is that, and do you feel the same way?
I just feel like we just hang out a lot more. I mean, guys are willing to hang out a little bit more outside of the football, be able to talk about stuff outside of football, care about each other's families,
right? And
ultimately become closer in that realm before ever even stepping on the football field. So I feel like that's been the biggest change, I feel like. Or
is that, did coaching or management do something to create that? Is that, or I guess a lot of different factors lead to that.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I feel like it's a little bit of everything. I feel like guys are just overall more intrigued and want to be to that level with one another. And, coaching obviously wants to do that too, try to bring different aspects together as far as like what if it's game day or, stuff like that, But I think that's a priority of most guys in the team.
Gotcha. Why are you guys ranked number one in run defense? What has made this be a good run unit?
Honestly, you could just say our preparation. I mean, each and every week, that's what we pride ourselves on. I mean, that's how we win games. And, we really have the guys that can do what we want to do. So as long as everybody was where they need to be and we communicate and we talk it out, I think we can be like we're right where we are right now.
How much pride does the group take in that? Because every time you talk to one of you guys, that's the first thing you mentioned. It's stop the run so you get to do other things. And for you, it's stop the run so you can go let somebody else do other things. So,
yeah, it happens. But yeah, I mean, it's very important for us. You know, I mean, especially for a team that we're about to play.
Sure.
They're a heavy run team, but the games that they do lose are games where they're not running very well. I mean, that's majority of the NFL. I mean, if you can stop the running back, you can make them one-dimensional. Mm-hmm. That's how you win games.
And I know you've covered this before, but it's the first time I had a chance to talk to you one-on-one like this. How high were you off the ground against Vegas on the play?
I don't even know.
Is that your best vertical?
I would assume so, but I was just out there just trying to play.
I had a reader say it was 12 feet. I'm not sure it was 12 feet.
Yeah, it felt like it. It felt like I was floating up there, But I was just trying to play the game, trying to win the game for us. But actually, I could say I genuinely didn't even know where we were in the game. I was just playing. Just playing.
Which is probably where you play your best, right?
Yeah, just not thinking about anything other than winning a game, And that moment was so exciting for us. It was a big moment for us as a team.
Sure.
It was a big game for us. So I was excited to be able to do that for our team.
Now, I'm asking these couple of questions to get to something else, so bear with me.
Okay.
But obviously, long snapping is a topic for you. Tell me what the moments on the sideline were like when they said, hey, you're going to be up for this. A lot of snaps, a lot of panic. I mean, you're a chill guy, so I assume no panic.
No panic.
There had to be a little bit inside.
No panic. It probably been a little bit of nervousness just because I haven't really practiced this for a minute, and I had my braces on because defensive lineman, it's a little rougher, so I was being able to snap with my braces rather than like being at practice. I could snap without them or whatever. That was a little bit nerve-wracking at first, but once you got out there, I mean, I just wanted to make sure I made all my snaps to Logan and.
Right.
The operation was smooth, Were
there any of them, or when they released, you thought, uh-oh?
No, I was just snapping them and going. Okay. Just snapping and going. I wasn't even trying to.
Snapping and going.
Wasn't trying to think about it. Just was, just going.
Now, take me through the brace. How free were your hands? Or you're still basically dealing with stuff on them?
Yeah, just a little bit of stuff from the season,
Okay.
But, yeah, it's not. I'm not getting a whole bunch of bend in my wrists.
Okay.
So it's really got more so of a palming more than anything.
I got you. That's big time stuff. You had 5 snaps. Mm-hmm. It's still a tight game. Any one of those goes awry.
Yeah, it
could be a different game. So you knew it was a moment that you had to come through.
Yeah, I mean, I had confidence in myself. I've been like you probably heard before. I've been waiting for this for 6 years.
Right.
And I haven't snapped in a game since high school. Right. So. I was excited, I ain't never got to experience this side of the NFL. Special teams is, the guys that play on special teams. Right. You see it and whatnot, but being out there with them and seeing how they operate and that type of deal is a different aspect of football.
As you said, no appreciation for Ross after that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I get it.
Now, I want to clarify something. It was sort of your dream to do this, but you would rather never do it again.
I'm okay with being the emergency guy. I don't ever want to be the main
backup quarterback.
Yeah. I don't ever want to be the main guy.
Right.
Don't get that twisted. But,
I got you.
If I have to, I will. But yeah, I like I said, I have a huge appreciation for Ross. I understand his deal. I get it. Right. I'm gonna let him step into that realm.
Better to have done it than to be doing it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I got you. And again, the irony here is. The media and myself has talked to you about the Vegas game, about the snap, but you're maybe having your best season and playing at an extremely high level, which you wouldn't say. I know you're a humble guy, but everything you hear is that DaVon Hamilton's a big reason this team's ranked number 1 in defense or number 1 in run defense. Do you feel like you're playing as well as that? I
mean, I always want to play better. I mean, I'm enjoying the season. I'm enjoying what I have to do for my team. But I always got goals I got to keep on striving for. But as far as what I can do for my team and what my team's asking me for, I think I do a pretty good job at it.
Did it take a while to get back to where you were after the back stuff, or is that not really a thing? I don't know how to play it.
I just feel like I was coming back. that the year I came back afterwards was a little bit rougher, but that following year, which is last year,
right.
I felt completely fine.
Okay, gotcha. Because that was, I mean, people don't know, that was a brutal thing that you went through in 23.
Mm-hmm.
So, to come back from that, you haven't talked about it a whole lot, but I know it was not an easy road.
Not at all.
To get back to where you are.
Yeah, not at all. It was definitely very testing. But at the same time, like people probably heard, I'm extremely blessed for it.
Right.
That was the moment in time where I really got to become closer with God, learn more about myself, be with my family a little bit more. So it was a blessing in disguise, really.
Gotcha. I'm sure you always appreciated the game, but more of an appreciation for the game and for playing at a high level after you go through that? For
sure. You don't necessarily know at the time whether or not you're ever going to come back and play football again.
Sure.
It gets really real. It does. And I wasn't sure at the time whether or not that was going to happen. But like I said, I'm extremely blessed to be back here, extremely blessed to be still playing for the Jaguars.
Gotcha.
And, can't complain about anything.
You strike me, and let me see if I get this right. You play a position that's going to usually be overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
That really doesn't seem to bother you a whole lot.
I find it fun. Maybe not everybody does.
Right.
I mean, would I love to do a little bit more here and there? Yeah, for sure. But I mean, it's fun for me. I get to make plays. I get to make other people's jobs easier. I'm out there serving my teams and my teammates and allowing them to make plays. I mean, it's always great to see some of your teammates make plays. They say they're getting free, and you're like, yeah, I contributed with that, So for me, it's fun.
If somebody asked you, what do you need to do at your position to play it at a high level? Because most people see Josh and they kind of know, okay, he's got to do X.
Yeah.
When you come out of a game, how do you say, okay, this is what I did? I'm not satisfied. You know what I'm getting at.
Yeah. I think more so than anything, as a nose guard, you got to know that you got to be smart first and foremost.
Right.
You got to be smart. You got to know what's going on. You got to have some type of awareness of what's going on around you and how this can fit, how somebody's looking at it from behind you. As a linebacker, they're looking at where is he going to be out on this block.
Okay.
And then also just being technically sound. You don't got the technique to do it. I mean, you can know all you want, but if you're not technically sound with that, it's not going to work out.
Because most people would think nose guard, okay, if you're Vince Wilfork and you can just take up space, who is a mammoth human being.
Yeah.
But most people wouldn't think the first part of what you said, which is the awareness part.
Yeah.
It's more than just taking the offensive guard and plugging a hole with it, right?
For sure. I mean, I think also you're probably the closest to the ball as well, the closest to your man as well. A lot of things are happening really fast. So if you can understand what's going on around you, you can get ahead of plays. You can set up plays for yourself. You can set up plays for another.
Gotcha.
Like knowing what's supposed to happen is a big part of it.
Gotcha. More to grow for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always trying to improve. I feel like it's a day-to-day thing for me.
Right.
I'm trying to pick other people's minds and kind of look at different type of film to see what I can add to my game. So it's always a constant growing aspect of my game.
Is this the most fun you've had as a player?
Most fun I had.
Hey,
so far, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not going to lie.
More fun to be had.
The playoffs was a lot a couple years
gotcha.
ago. So I'm hoping we get even further than that, and have a little bit more fun than that. So
I got you.
I'm excited.
But to be healthy, 6th year in your prime, having a season like this, good time to be DaVon Hamilton.
For sure.
I would think. So,
always blessed. Always blessed, man.
Always a good time to be DaVon Hamilton. I got
always.
you. All right, the last thing we do here, call it the Ozone 5. It's 5 quick questions. DaVon Hamilton, what was your last binge watch?
Last binge watch. That's a tough one. Probably New Girl.
Okay.
Probably New Girl. It's a funny show.
It's good. I've gone through it twice.
Yeah. I think I'm on my 3rd or 4th time now.
Okay, it's high end good.
Yeah.
It really is. Pre-game ritual of any kind. Anything stand out?
Pre-game ritual of any kind. I'm not huge into that. I just make sure I get warmed up. People probably notice it when I'm out there. I'm hitting
Which
the
bus
goal
do you come on? 1 or 2?
Got to do one.
Got to do one. Okay.
Do one.
I got you.
Got to get there early.
I got you. Your go-to show as a kid growing up?
Go-to show is honestly that's the toughest one because I used to watch a lot of TV.
Okay,
so
I got you. Okay.
For me, I mean, probably the most memorable was probably Power Rangers.
Okay.
Waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, getting up, watching Power Rangers, eat you
Power
a bowl,
Rangers, good stuff.
bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my thing.
Yeah, my kid used to want me to play Power Rangers with him all the time with my bag. Your must-see athlete, either ever or right now.
Must-see athlete. You know, I always wanted to meet Aaron Donald. I feel like that would be cool. Or Michael Phelps, that'd be cool too, you know.
Is Aaron your gold standard?
I mean, he's definitely the best defensive lineman I've ever seen, personally. So it's hard to argue with that. But,
I got you.
Yeah.
Michael Phelps, why is that?
I don't know. He's just a
Greatness.
Olympian. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he has a lot to learn from him.
Yeah,
you know?
no doubt. Your best football memory?
Best football memory.
High school, college, whatever.
I would say my last game as a Buckeye.
Okay.
You know, we played Trevor in the playoffs.
Okay.
At Clemson.
That was 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 19. Walking off the field knowing that, like, this is my last time putting on the Buckeye gear. But it was also, like, surreal in the fact that, you know, I've been there for 5 years. I've done a lot of things. Played the best ball I've ever had my senior year. So it was really probably my most memorable
Fresh
time.
my memory, had that game. Did you win it?
No, we lost. We lost. I don't want to get into the specifics of
Trevor
it.
Trevor gives you grief about that a lot?
Nah, he doesn't. Nah, he's cool about it. I remember even the first time we came in the building together, like he got in the building. I was like, yeah, man. And he was like, I remember you.
Okay,
like,
I got you.
From the game. I was like, yeah, it's pretty
hey,
cool.
DaVon, I can't thank you enough for doing this. I know during the season people don't realize you guys have a lot going on. To take the time to do this and be as candid as you are, very appreciated. Thank you for joining the Ozone Podcast.
No problem, man.
Appreciate it, bud.
Yep.